Chair is now recognized for an opening statement. After 2.5 years of the Biden border crisis, here's what administration officials have told us. The Biden administration's policies have led to more national security threats. The Biden administration policies make it less likely that enforcement actions will be taken against criminal aliens. ICE officers have been reassigned from their duties, locating and arresting aliens, to simply processing illegal border crossers if they report to ICE, as they were ordered to when they were released at the border. ICE officers are attempting to arrest fewer aliens because of the Biden administration's enforcement priorities memo. According to the IG, we know that even aliens who illegally cross the border are on the terrorist watch list can be released into the United States, free to board an airplane and head to the U.S. city of their choice. We know that the record numbers of illegal aliens, terrorists, and fentanyl have crossed our southwest border during the 2.5 years of this administration. And we know that not only are communities on the southwest border overwhelmed, but so are cities 2,000 plus miles away from the border. With the current rate of removals and the current number of non-detained aliens who have been ordered removed from the United States at over 1.2 million, it would take 20 years for removal of those individuals. Criminal aliens who could have been removed under previous administrations are likely not subject to removal today under the Biden administration. And we know that Border Patrol does not specifically check the home country criminal history of aliens it encounters at the border. We know that the Biden administration's open border policies have led directly to the deaths of Noah Rodriguez and Kayla Hamilton, the violent assault of a teenage girl in Alabama, and the victimization of countless other American citizens. We know that this administration repeatedly violates the law under the guise of instituting safe, orderly, and humane policies. But nothing about the Biden administration's policy is safe, orderly, or humane. In fact, there have been more than 5.6 million illegal alien encounters across the southwest border since the start of the Biden administration. And that doesn't include over the 1.5 million gotaways. Millions of foreign nationals have indebted themselves to the smuggling cartels to get to this country. Millions of foreign nationals have subjected themselves to assault, robbery, or worse on the way to the border because they know that more likely than not, they will be allowed to stay in the United States once they get here. I know that today Secretary Mayorkas is going to try to paint a rosy picture of this disastrous mismanagement of our border, but the numbers don't lie. As of June, border encounters were down from record highs of 252,000 to 145,000. Only this administration and my Democrat colleagues would call it a success when monthly encounter numbers are near 150,000. In fact, from fiscal year 2014 to the beginning of the Biden administration, there were only 4 months with an apprehension number higher than 100,000. But under the Biden administration, there have now been 29 straight months, 29 months in a row with more than 100,000 illegal encounters on our borders. DHS was created in the wake of September 11th, 2001, to deal with after the terrorist attack. It was created to help ensure American safety. Admittedly, this is an enormous task, and it is one in which this secretary has completely failed. Instead of building off the previous administration's success, this administration has abandoned any semblance of border security and immigration enforcement. And Americans are paying the price, and they demand accountability. With that, I yield to the ranking member, the gentleman from New York, for an opening statement.